Hey game makers! Today we are mapping stuff. I actually want to kind of map a little forest sort of village. I made one in one of my last videos and I thought it turned out actually kind of fun, so I want to make another one and go through how I'm doing it. That seems way too high. It's not really. I just kind of want to keep it on the screen. I know I can zoom in and out, but let's save that for later. Let's see. Forest village. Let's go with that. I believe this might be a bush tagged one. I'm not really sure. That's when it kind of appears partially over your character. I want these dumb trees. I'll be honest, I do not like these trees. I was never a huge fan of when maps kind of just did this. Like, I get what they're going for, where you've got, like, the outside of the tree, and then this is really zoomed in. Let's zoom out a bit. There we go. You've got, like, the outside of the forest, but I never really liked the way that looked. But we're using it because it's MV and it's here. I have a bit of an idea how I want this map to look. I'm trying to recreate one I made back in VX Ace, I believe. For a kind of just fun I'm derping around project, but the map actually turned out nice. I just am not quite sure the best way to do it on here. I haven't actually looked at the map, because it's in an old project I can't find, but I liked how it turned out, and I don't like that grass. I'm going to add on grass later, but for now it can be this. This needs to go down kind of like this. I don't want it to look like square. I find that's one thing with forests that you want to avoid at all costs, is making them look ridiculously square. Because forests aren't square. Forests out of all things are like the least uniform sort of thing. Yeah, sort of map. I just kind of want to get the outline done. I don't map in MV often, I'll be honest. I much prefer parallaxing. I just find it easier. I'm not really a fan of the blocky look or the auto tile use. I mean, I find it's very convenient, but it limits the stuff you can actually use. I mean, you got the other tile pages. I forget if there's actually a name for those. And those are nice. But I find with how limited it is, it's like, well, I just want to make a thing, you know? I don't like that. That needs to be a tree. And I don't think you can actually walk behind this, because MV is very one pixel kind of thing. Like, sorry, one tile. And they don't really like you walking behind things. Yeah, let's put that down there. I want to put... this looks kind of big. I want you to be more tree! I'm actually going to maybe put like a river or something through it if I can. We'll see how it turns out. I also want to put in a little graveyard thing about here, so I need to make it a bit bigger. Purely for the fact that the old map I was talking about used to have one in it. But we shall see. I hate these trees so much. I remember, I think it was Final Fantasy V, I think, had trees like this in one of the areas, and I liked it much better there. It wasn't just square, I don't think. I've never quite seen trees that kind of feel square like this in real life. Though it's a game, it doesn't have to be like real life. I feel like those should be smaller, maybe? Actually, I don't really want them too tall, because I want them to blend in kind of with the other trees when I get to those. Okay, this needs to be like this. This part's kind of, let's say, man-made, so it can be a little straighter. And the exit can be here. Let's put in a little space for like a treasure, maybe, on this side. This is gonna be a really big town. Ooh, no! Ah! Misclicking my map! I'm so pro! Let's put that there. And just kind of fill this all up. Maybe make that a little rounder. Don't want it too square. Bleh. Square maps! Okay, yeah. That's way too square. Square. If you haven't guessed, this is going to be a very live feeling video. Actually, I was considering doing stuff like this and pixel art live, because apparently people like that. I always find that boring, because maybe it's because I'm someone who does that often. It's like, okay, well, we're gonna put this pixel here, and it's gonna be great. I don't even know. Actually, I want this part to be kind of specialer looking. So let's see about doing that, maybe? I'm also not sure how that would... Nah, that could actually be interesting. I don't know if I like that or hate it. Let's just keep these all really not that interesting. That might be fine. I assume this is the exit of town. Okay, now I need to put in... I want this, I think is how I had it. And actually, I want this part to be more away from the town. Like the center of town, let's say. Because let's assume this is where the protagonist lives or something, and clearly the protagonist can't be like everyone else and live in town. They have to be away somewhere. That being said, I actually kind of want to shift this down a bit more. This is a really tall map. I can't shift anymore, can I? Oh, hey, I can. Would have been helpful if I was paying attention to how much I actually went up by. Okay, that's a little much. Shift. I can't see you, shift. Go back 1, 2. Apparently that's 2. Go back another 1! I don't know why, I cannot see that for the life of me. I also feel like this part should be longer, maybe, but we'll see. I'll have to walk around the map to really get a feel for it. But I want this part to kind of be back further, I think. Hi, trees, go away. You aren't wanted. Maybe? Mapping is a lot of trial and error until you find something you like. I don't think I've personally ever gone out of my way to redo maps, but I know, certain people, like my brother, go out of their way to, like, I don't know, I think he makes some of his maps, like, 3 or 4 times before he finds, you know, one that actually looks right for him. I think I want to move this up for one. Should I make this? Nah, I don't want to do that. Let's move this up a bit, maybe here? I could try that. That might look cool. Yeah, he remakes his maps like a bunch of different times, and I'm here like, I made one map, it looks okay, let's keep it. I have altered maps, but I don't think I've ever done anything like super extravagantly in terms of having to redo them. Let's zoom in a bit. Something I also find helpful, you can, let's see, one of these. You can actually show a map grid, aside from the normal one, that kind of sections off your grid a bit more. And you can adjust the dimensions to kind of show how big your screen's gonna be. So when you're looking at an area, you can kind of gauge what's on the screen at any given time. I'm not gonna use that, but I know people find that helpful, because you kind of wanna... See, this just looks so dorky, but otherwise you're just gonna have them all straight, and that looks even more dorky. Like, this makes no sense. If these were, like, transparent and you could have other trees or something behind them, that would be one thing. But I don't like the way that looks. I'm not sure if there's a better way to use these. Like, it seems to be that these are what these are for, but I don't like it. I'm not sure if I like that any better. But it makes no sense if these aren't, like, right next to each other. Like these ones. These ones are just straight. But then what else are you gonna do? Okay, I want to add in pathways and floors. Yeah, we could probably do that. Although I want, let's see, dirt path? That's not quite a path. I need to zoom in so I can actually see these. I can't zoom in anymore. I can zoom in with my magnifier, that would be helpful, but I'm not going to because it's going to cause me recording issues. Okay, I want... actually, what I want is kind of like some sort of... that could actually might be helpful. Could actually might be. Echo, do you even words? Okay, ooh, I like that actually. I want to put that in somewhere. But for now, I just need a pathway sort of thing. Actually, let's put in water. Okay, I want to... can I go over that with that? Or is that... ooh, I like how that joins. Let's use that. Does this one kind of do the same thing? Kinda, sorta, a bit. Okay, that's the one I'm on, and this is the light water. I wonder if I could do a cool effect with that. I'm not quite sure what yet. Yes, let's just put the water under the tree. That's another thing. You can use shift, actually, to kind of do part of the auto tile. If you click it directly, then you'll get the center auto tile if you hold shift. This is actually really helpful if you have, like, this area kind of thing, and then you want it all to be, let's say, joining the trees there. What you'd do is you'd grab the paint tool, let's say, you'd select your thing and then hold shift, and then all the water's under the tree! It's kind of helpful. I've found a few places where it's actually really useful, but nothing spectacular, because then you can kind of join the surrounding areas with a different tile and kind of give some cool looking effects. I don't really want that like under my trees. Sure, that's definitely something. Let's do not quite that. I'm not sure the best way to do that actually. I don't want that to be completely... oh wait, this is what I can do, maybe. No? You want to be angry and weird like that? Fine, you can do that then. See if I care. No, you don't want to. You're just gonna not work for me. I'll get back to that. I don't actually like how that's like right under the trees, but I do like the effect of that. I'm going to do something about that, but first I want to figure out where I actually want water. I was kind of just playing with that. See, with trees it's hard unless... I guess I could just do like a little pond sort of thing. Let's start with this one because I liked that. Look, actually, let's start with this one. I can work with it after. I don't want it to be too square looking, so I kind of want to do just kind of a random circle effect. I find using the circle-y tool really helpful for not getting things to look super square. I guess I could put a bridge or something here if I wanted that to go over there. Don't know if I really like that. I guess that's okay. And then have one over here, maybe? And then just do that. Sure, let's give that a go. I do want to fill this with more houses, though, so I want my water to actually be kinda not taking up the entire place. Yeah, that should be fine. Anywhere else I can put it, or am I just gonna have it straight through town like that? I guess that's probably fine. Let's see if I can do anything cool with this. Like putting it here. Yeah, you're gonna ruin my day, aren't you? Okay, that's gonna be a bit dark, but I think I can live with that. The fun joy of making all this work. Those are directly next to each other, so I don't think, do anything about that. It's fine. And actually, that's cool. I can deal with that. That looks fine. Let's do it a few places here too. Maybe like that? I don't really want to go the entire thing because then it'll look weird. But I figure in some areas you'd kind of see it. I'm kind of using the shadow to maybe look like there's the edge of the river sort of thing. I mean, that's what I'm going for. I don't know how well it's working. I think it looks fine. I also liked this. I want to add in some of this somewhere, like here. And maybe some of that. Not really. Let's do this. This is cool. This is fine. This looks nice. There's enough variety in this that it at least looks kind of cool. Can I? No. Okay. Well, that looks kind of okay. I want to do... I'm trying to think of if I can add any sort of water thing here. Actually, I might be able to. Let's put in this and this, maybe. I can't tell if that actually looks okay or not yet. And then put in you and you, maybe. Okay, yeah, you're gonna connect. That's good. You aren't. You're gonna be mean. I can't do anything about that, can I? Maybe. I can, but I can't do it with two tiles next to each other. Whee! Yes, I do random fun things when I'm mapping. Makes it a lot less tedious. I'm not sure the best way to do that. I kind of wanted to make it look like it's going through, like, off of a little river thing. That doesn't seem to want to work. At least not from there. I think I could put, what's it? Down here. This. I could put that, and then the upper tile, and then I could have one of these on the upper tile, like the normal grass, and then it would join together on that. I think. I also want to put that up here. Yeah. Make that look more defined. Ground is what I wanted to do next. Towns are a lot more in depth than, you know, little teeny tiny houses. That have an NPC in it now! Woo! Fun! Yay! I forget if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but these are totally cool for download. You can download them, use them as pretty much a, I guess an echo version of the default built-in pre-made maps. So yeah, you're welcome to use these. I know mapping's a pain, and these are fun to, I guess, use, if you feel so inclined. Right, I'm doing ground. How do I want to do ground? I don't really want to use this. Well, I don't know, that looks too straight. Actually, what I could do is do grass around and then make the normal grass its little grass patch there. It's really interesting how that joins with that. Huh. That's cool. I don't know why I would use that, but I'm sure there's a reason that I'm just not thinking about at the moment. What is this? This is just more water. Okay, so, enough of Echo's distractions. We need to make a thing with some stuff. Like, I want to check that. I want to make sure I can walk through it and that it's, well, I'll check if it's bush tagged or not. Okay, so I can't walk through that. I can make it so I can walk through that. But I'd rather not mess with that right now. It'd take too long, and that was that. And this doesn't bind with water, so that's fine. I guess I'll just use this for now. I can add stuff to it later. There's also this stuff. Can I walk on this stuff? I know I could just check the editor. but where's the fun in that? This is like poison. Okay, I don't want poison. This is a happy little town, devoid of all evil. Yes. Happy little forest town. I need to turn on skip title. Okay, I can walk on all of this. I guess this for happy town, and this for dark town, and this for I'm an MV town. Hi, skip title. Let's turn you on. Okay, I'm going to use this for now. I'm probably going to put like a staircase or something over here. And I kind of just want to make a pathway sort of thing. I don't know if I actually like that or not. Oh, so much map. Hi, okay, yeah, let's... Ooh, snow forest, that would be fun. We made one of those in a while. I feel like this is all like swampy stuff, and I like it, but I don't really want to use it for a happy little town, but I have like this. You know, let's just use that. I can use both. This can be sort of, it looks so blocky. I'm probably going to have some sort of bridge over here. I like getting the pathways done first because MV has unusual layering. This isn't big enough for a house, is it? Well, you can go over here. Ooh, actually, let's... What do I have in the way of this? Why don't you bind with grass? You bind with grass? No, you just want to be different, don't you? Actually, I don't mind this. Still doesn't jive with the whole forest feel, though. I don't mind, like, little rocks, but the, like, big, rock/cementy looking paths, I don't know, they don't really jive with forests to me. Unless it was like a super forest of high techiness. I don't even know. Let's try that. And down here, do I have any sort of... you know, there's so many tiles and I just don't feel like any of them are really what I want to use. Actually, you know what? That looks cooler. Let's just use this one. Maybe. Not quite pathy, but I think I prefer it. And this can kind of just have some stuff. This, I don't really know what I want to do with that yet. But let's bring this down this way. I want this to be more narrow. I like that. I don't know. Put a treasure box there or something. Those trees are so derp looking. The trees themselves look fine. I don't like that design. I don't. Ideally I'd use normal trees. But their trees are like... they're nice, and they actually layer really well, all things considered. But there's like one tree. And like the little tiny trees. I guess it's no real different. Nah, not really any different than these. But you know, I have to use this. Actually, if you made those transparent maybe and then put like more trees behind them. I don't know. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing MB mapping. Yeah, no, I'll keep two. One looks too restrictive. I'm probably gonna make this all dirt, but I'll leave that for now. I want stuff. Maybe put another pathway there. Probably don't need one over here, but I'll add in a little couple lines. I want this to join up down here. And I'm gonna end up turning that into some stuff. I don't like this right here, but I'm gonna leave it in because I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it for anything. Let me make sure I can actually walk on this. I know I can't climb this. Okay, I can. Should put in a directional movement plugin. Okay, I want little pretty forest-looking guff. Like this. I'm not sure if I should put houses in first, but I still think I should do all the ground stuff first. I also want to put some of this in. Don't really like how it looks, but if I'm going to be putting houses and stuff on it, it should be fine. I need to fix that. Hi, you go there. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough space for a house. I guess it depends on the kind of houses I want to do. Oh, joy. Yeah, I don't really want to... I don't know. See, when you get like this, it breaks my mind. Okay, that can go there. Sure. Let's maybe join that. I can put some of that there. Is that layer? No. Okay, it's autotiles. Of course it doesn't layer. Maybe... Okay, let's put in the tall grass. Have some random Pokemon encounters. Oh, joy. Okay, yeah. No Pokemon here, really. That'd be way too much graphic. And I want this going in here because I'm assuming that's going to connect up with some sort of forest area of some sort. Super magical forest area of doom. Because for whatever reason, everything is always of doom with me. Let's make that connected. Oh, hey, you are letting me zoom in. I guess I zoomed out at some point. I guess we can put some cut trees in places, but they don't really look anything like the, I don't know, backdrop trees? Maybe down here. Yeah, let's put one right there. There's totally a tree there at some point. Let's do these. Yeah, I think these look really good up here because this looks really detailed. The normal grass is detailed, but it screams very green grass. Well taken care of grass. Let's go with that. I don't really know what's gonna go down here. I'm gonna say it's probably just gonna be a treasure box or something. Yeah, totally. That's exactly what I want to do. Put all these on the trees. And I can layer these, so that gives a cool effect. Let's do that. As much as I am not a super huge fan of MV's tile settiness, it does let you do some cool things, like mass select things, which is kind of a blessing and a curse. Because then you can just grab this and say, put it here and here-ish. So that's nice, at least. It's just annoying when you have to go back and actually edit things, which is kind of why you want to start from the bottom up. Okay, I am using this and making my computer massively lag for some reason. Welcome to Windows 10 and the magnifier tool. I don't know why it breaks the universe now. Actually, I switched to Windows 10 a while back because, you know, Windows is like, Windows 10, you gotta do it, man, you gotta. And it worked really good for a while. It was, like, super fast. And I don't know if that actually makes a difference, but let's put those there. Sure, let's have a little, like, flower garden over here. And it worked, like, pretty good for a while. And I don't know if it was a recent update or something, but for whatever reason, it's just working really slowly right now. And I think that's why MV's been having such issues when I, yeah, like anyone would actually make a garden like that. Let's stick with the little... Are these like mini trees or like actual flowers? These look like both rocks and like teeny tiny world map mountains. Oh, that's cute. Ooh, I actually want to use these rocks everywhere. Anyway, I find just using my recording program thing and MV and, you know, even just Photoshop and stuff. What is that? Is that like a scarecrow? I think that's what it is. This is a whole thing. I just find it runs really slow now, and it's kind of gotten really terrible. Okay, well that's kind of a thing. Can I put flowers anywhere else? I feel like over here would be a good place for flowers, along with those random, what's the word? Foliage? Is that the word? Let me know, I can't words. I don't know, let's put a flower there, instead of a treasure box, which would have made more sense. Okay, let's see. I guess I should probably put in like a house or a bunch. Okay, do I actually have gravestones? Yep. In, the idea, let's see, words. The game I was sort of making before on VX Ace, it was actually a game I was sort of making with someone else, but not really. It was their idea, and they were just like, make me my graphics and maps, so I'm like, do I have to? And they're like, yes! So it's like, okay, I guess. But the main character was gonna leave their village and have this, like, touching, heartwarming scene at their, like, parents' gravesite or something, because, heaven forbid, a main character has parents! Oh my goodness! But that was the original plan, and I want spaces for these to actually be able to walk through. It looks a little crowded, but that should be fine. So that is why there is a grave thing here. That game never ended up being anything more than a couple of maps and a bunch of graphics, though, because you know when you kind of make games with people and then they're like, yeah, well, my life got busy, so I kind of didn't, like, I stopped working on it. And then it's like, oh, yeah, great, happy for you. Now, go finish more games. It was kind of one of those sort of things. I kind of feel like there should be an indicator, like a difference in grass. Oh yeah, that's way too obvious. I don't know what though. That looks not great. Can I? It still looks a little too square, but it doesn't look bad. It's probably fine the way it is, unless I just do like. Woo, this grave is so important, the grass is just all gone around it. I do want to put in more of a pathway, though. Yeah, that's probably okay. Okay, I think I want to try and put in houses now. I don't have any. I have tents. I could use tents. Tents are always fun. I remember when I started making RPG Maker XP games, before I had any idea what I was doing, I used to just make maps, and I, for whatever reason, always just wanted to use the, like, default starting map, which had, like, a tree and a bridge. I still need to add the bridge, and tents. So all of my maps just were campgrounds. That's all they were. I just made campgrounds for, like, a year. Oh, it was good. Good times. These. I want to make wooden trees, because I guess that makes the most sense in a forest setting. I also don't want to use the same for every house. Now, that can be good, because then you kind of have, it doesn't feel like the tile I'm selecting. I know it is. Anyway, it's kind of sometimes good to have, like, the houses all have the same sort of, like, vibe and feel to them. I need to do this. Not all that way. Down there. There we go. I need to select you and do that. Yeah, it's nice to have, like, the same sort of vibe for your houses. I'm gonna have to go over that again. But it can also be kind of boring when all your houses look like the exact same. And It's been a while since I've used autotiles to make a house. Like, aside from a just, you know, boring, I'm a square house. Like, ooh, I'm a house! I'm going to fix these trees after, just by doing that. I want to figure, actually, that'd look a bit weird. I do have these. Do you look okay with that? No? Kinda a little bit, maybe? Oh, I want to remember how I did the houses for that. I know I've got some of this stuff here, and I've got, I'm gonna say these ones that look more like they're supposed to go with it. I don't have any other tree-looking ones that I like, do I? Could just use this and make it into a tree. That'd be fun. What about you? What do you look like? That's interesting. How did I make this house? Maybe it was longer. I'll move this to where I need it to be in a minute. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. I want it to be more like a little, hut. Okay, first thing I want to do, though, actually, is, do this with the ground. Not accidentally breaking the tree. I might have to adjust this to make it look a bit better, but I want a small house. It definitely has been a long time since I've tried to do houses. I don't like that. You know, I probably could just make it a little teeny tiny house. I remember there was something. I wish I remember what it looked like. I used to have a way of making houses, but I don't remember what it was. I guess I could just do that. That looks so boring, though. Well, little protagonist has to live in a little one-room house with not much going on, I guess. Actually, I want to kinda do this. This will look better. And then put, not that page, this page. Put this on here. Like that, maybe? That still looks a bit big. I don't want this behind here. I do want this up here. And I don't want this down there because... Actually... I want something to divide that, though. Well, that can be like that, and I can add in this here. I still don't like that. Hi, yeah, you need to be good. Like that. And I need to grab this and do that. And you can have a roof. See, that just looks too big. Like, way too big. I can do this, can't I? Not easily, because I'd have to kind of bring that over. Yeah, and that's on the bottom one, so I can't use it there either. Fun. None of these... That one. That's the one I'm looking for. Sure, that's what we want to do. Took me way too long to make this house. Well, that's what I get for not really mapping an MV for a while. I still don't like this. This just doesn't look defined. I guess I could add in a shadow. Just add in all the shadows. Oh, fun. I am gonna make these longer just to... I still can't tell if I even like that. I want to add in this. Probably here? That looks dumb. Yeah, I can do that. I guess. Actually, can I double layer that? I don't need to double layer that. Let's not get excessive here. I really don't need all that shadow there, but I'm gonna have it because I can. Yeah. I'm also going to need some sort of platform the player can walk down over here. Probably on this page. It would help if I knew what I was looking for. I guess I can use... Let's go the ladder. Ladder's pretty. Let's make sure that all works. And unzoom out. Woo! The power of walking up and back down a ladder! I will give points for VX and MV actually doing that, because in XP you had to like make a whole ton of events for going up and down a ladder. Okay, maybe not a whole ton, like one. But it was a pain in the butt. This is looking okay. I still don't like the trees, but it's what we're gonna do. Okay, I need more houses. Actually, I need to decorate this house. Oh my goodness, this house is just so boring. Okay, actually, maybe I should do all of the base of the houses first. And then, yeah, okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do all the bases of the houses first, like the this of all the houses. And then we're going to do something more interesting by decorating them! I'm also gonna put this back on because why do you lag? I don't understand! Seriously, whoa, hey, that's like, okay, there we go. Hope you don't mind it being zoomed in this big, it's just I have to set my microphone in front of my computer screen, so I have to kind of push my computer screen back a bit, and I'm like blind, so that doesn't work well. So this is the protagonist's house. I want the non-protagonist to have different looking houses. Okay, that might actually be zoomed in just a wee bit much. Let's go like this, maybe, because I'm as zoomed in as I can on here. Legit, I have vision problems. It's not fun. Okay, this is probably going to be a... Wish you guys could have different roofs. I could give them a different roof, but it's a little forest town. Like, they aren't going to be that creative on it. Such a little derp-looking house. Yeah, that's fine. For this amount of space. This can be... Actually, I want to put in another fence. I'm gonna have to move that down, though. Because I want over here to be accessible. That should be fine. Like that? I want it to go over the grass, though, so let's reselect it from over here! See, it's kind of... alright, they're both auto tiles. I can't have fence posts over things! Ugh. Drag. Yeah, I don't think there's another tile to be used for that. I'm not sure of a way around that. Oh, well, that's fine. Actually, maybe. 'Cause that's... Hold on. Now I need this, and... No. Okay. It's not going to let me. I'm not exactly sure why. Now the question is, do I want that facing out? I guess I... Yeah, that looks dumb. I kind of want it facing out like this, but that also takes up a lot of room. I guess it's okay. Do I have... I can't make that any smaller, can I? I kind of want to make it, like, double layered, but I'm not sure the best way to do that. That's not helpful. These are helpful. They aren't helpful right now. I guess that looks okay. My other houses can all have that sort of design, unless... it's fine. It's probably fine. I want another, like, double-decker house, though. Well, I say another, but I haven't done one yet. I don't want it to be, like, right there. Maybe here? I don't want them all to be 3 wide, though. I guess if they're both, I don't know. Let's give this a go. By putting that there. And you on top. It, like, goes over the trees. I guess that's kind of okay, but it looks really big. I'm going for, like, little forest peasant village here. So I don't really want it to be like that. I guess these two look different enough, because this one's bigger. I could also... Could I do that? I need you. And I need you. That looks really crowded. But I could. No, it's not. You can be a little tiny house. We can put a treasure box here. Is that my answer for everything? Oh, whatever. Let's just put a treasure box there. Do I have any, like, water things? What are they called? That's not what I want. Isn't that what I want? I can't do that, can I? I'm sorry if I'm talking quiet. I talk quiet when I think. Or attempt to think. It doesn't really work there. Unless maybe I do this? Maybe like that, and then have this go down like that. Maybe. I don't even know what this house is supposed to look like. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hi. Yeah. Let's just put you somewhere, like here, like into the tree. I don't even know. Do I have any sort of like water wheel thing that I don't know what they're actually called at the moment? Watermill? Have that, kinda? Not really. Maybe there is one and I'm missing it. Oh well, I don't need it. It's fine. I do want to, like, put something there. You know what? The issue is I have nowhere to block that side of the house. Because this would just, look weird. Because the tiles are joined on this side, not that side. So you could do something like that, but I don't know. Does that look too weird? It's like a giant house in the middle of the tree. Let's go for something more normal. Here you can be a, what are you, 3 wide? You can be a teeny tiny 2 wide house. Maybe, somehow. Let's copy you. It's too high. Let's copy you! Could do that, that looks cute. I still want it 3 wide. I just, doesn't look right otherwise. Okay, those are all behind, that should be fine. I kinda want this to go out, well, no. Let's keep it weird. I want to put something over by this house. I'm just not sure what. I guess maybe... Nah. It's in too much of a little space to really be a teeny tiny house. These are fine. That's fine. We can leave it like that. I might work on it in a bit, but I don't know. Maybe I should put a house down there too. Let's say player's house, plot house, inn, item store. I don't know. I have some space over here. Let's put in a house over here. Maybe up here? Oh don't know, random hermit house, doesn't like to talk to people. Not the protagonist, not that good, but still somewhere out of the way. Let's do down here. And this is a little too far right for my liking. I prefer to keep my players centered on the map. I don't really want to close this. Let's minimize you. Or undo the zoomnesses. What was I saying about the player and the stuff on the screen and something? I like keeping my player in the center, mixing up words here, of the screen. I don't know why. I just prefer it to running into, like, the edge of the screen all the time. Now, you can't always do this. I mean, you probably could, but there's not really much point in doing that. Probably doesn't need to be like that, but let's do it anyway. I would like to make, like, a house with something interesting on it. I mean, let's say this is starting town. It's probably fine. This house still bores me. But that should be fine. I mean, it's something. I can't do that, can I? Can I do this? No. I'm looking for something. I don't know what it was. This one? Well, this is probably fine. It's like a little hidden house, and if you find it, you get all the universe. I want to add something. I don't know what. How to make my houses more interesting. Google! No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I know I have another set of tile setty stuff to make houses more interesting, and I'm wearing headphones, and my headphones keep falling out, and it's really not fun. Yeah, I want to keep this feeling like noob area, so I don't want to use anything too extravagant, but I also need to keep it interesting. But our sprites are like this big, so I want to keep the houses relatively small for this area. I'm not sure. Well, for the time being, let's just decorate our houses. Okay, is there anything I can use on here? No, but there actually is something I want to use on you? Yeah, you. I want to use these. I think the entrance of this house is actually going to be here, but it might end up being over here. This would be, like, the obvious place, but this looks prettier. I want to add these all for where the, why don't I have a thing there? Is it trying to join with this auto tile? Or does it just want me to reselect it? That was this. Hi. Why are you joining with that auto tile? Oh. Let's do that. That fixes it. I really want to do something with one of these houses, but I really don't know what. Let's make you bigger. Actually, I have an idea for that house. But for now, that's fine. I was using those steps, or rock things, because they rock. There. I'm pretty much just putting these here because I think they look nice. I really like the rock thing. I feel like this should be here. I don't know. Doesn't really need to be. Let's put that there. I don't know. I still need to put in that dumb bridge. This is going down, so I guess... Probably won't look good down here either. Actually, I like that. I'm not going to do that, but I like that. Putting them, like... If I, Yeah, I like that. I'm not going to do that. I think that's a few too many rocks. Although, it does definitely give a different feel. Nah, we're gonna leave them as, like, door indicators for now. I also should probably add in that bridge I keep talking about, shouldn't I? Best way to do a bridge. Let's try... Hey, bridge. Way too much bridge. What I want to do, actually... I believe I can walk these 2x2, but I'm going to check. So I need a 2x2 place to put these. And I want to put it over here near town because I want the player to actually have a reason to walk over here instead of just going down here and avoiding all the buildings. I guess I have to move you over. And you can just go back to being that. There! Ooh, actually... Oh, how do I want to do this? This isn't going to work. I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to try it. Okay, I need space. I'm going to fix this all after. I just want to try something. I need this the opposite way, don't I? Maybe. That there, and that up here. And there, our bridge has a nice little light shadow thing. How do I mix up light and shadow, Echo? Oh my goodness. Are you crazy? I think I'm crazy. Okay, let's do that. I don't like MV's shadows, not gonna lie. They, like, go on some things, but not others. And I get that, but it's like, this is not how shadows work. Ugh. I don't know. I've spent too much time looking at lighting, so it's like, nothing is good enough for me. I'm also gonna put in a little, page B, climby thing. Can I climb this? I don't know. Let's see if I can climb this. Okay, I can. Let's put a treasure box here! Hi. Come back, Magnifier, I need you. I'm blind! I'm blind without you! Okay, I was going to decorate houses sometime today. Keep saying that, don't know why it's not happening. Okay, yeah. Hey, look, windows and stuff. I like windows and stuff. These look foresty. This. I feel like these windows are either too high or too low. I'm not really sure if I prefer them high or low. Here you can have a big window at the front and a tiny window up here. You know, part of me wants to put them at the bottom, just because the characters are so bloody tiny. Like, they're the size of one of these squares. But I also want to put them at the top because, I don't know, now it looks like a little apartment, actually. Oh, that's so adorable. Normally I'd put my windows high, but I'm actually thinking I'm going to try them putting them low right now. That leads me to my next idea. I wanted to make this look like an apartment, maybe. That looks too much. Maybe like that? Maybe like this. Maybe? I don't like that these go over, like, the sides. It looks weird to me. Oh, hey, wow, now I'm, like, really zoomed in. Yes, the right windows are so important. See, that looks like it's almost on top of the thing because it doesn't, like, apply the shadow from... a slight little shadow from there to it. Actually... I think this is too small for me to do that, but I do want to try something. Ooh, I'm not sure the best way to do that, though. Let's borrow you. Yeah, it's gonna be way too small. I normally use bigger buildings, and I like putting balconies on things, because I have this really weird obsession with putting balconies on things. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it with these, though. Just because it's really autotile-y and small, and I have to do something like this. Which I don't actually mind, but it's not gonna work well. Let's go back to, fun little windows. I think these. Like there. You can just be a really tall house with lots of windows. I don't know why. I do want to switch these up a bit though, because that would be weird. And these are all different style windows. I should just use these because I have 3 of them instead of 2. How about you? Can you fit a giant window? No, that looks like a little too much. That looks weird. Probably because I only selected half the damn thing. That's another thing I could do. We're not going to, but it's a thing I could do. Sure, let's put that up there. Don't know if that would actually be how a house looks, but my shadows don't go on my trees or on my... well, actually, they do go on my fences. So, you know, whatever. Okay. Doors are events, so I don't have to worry about those. I'm gonna say this is like the inn. Do I have one of these? Looks like inn. Hi, you're the inn. Do you ever find it funny that, like, in the first town of a lot of games, you have, like, no inns because the player lives there, so, like, why would you need one? But it makes no sense because the rest of the world has inns. Unless your character's from, like, a little village that has nothing in it, I suppose. But there are enough little villages there that have nothing in them, so they totally should. Okay, I need to Windows. Instead of, like, Mac. I don't know. Hi, let's do something different. Let's do these ones. Okay, now the house just looks angry to see me. Actually, that kind of looks like a skylight. Not something I've ever seen on a thing before. It's actually kind of a cool idea. I'm not going to do it, but that'd be cool. I kind of want to. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I will, however, put that there. I don't know why. I kind of like it. I'm not even sure what kind of building this is supposed to be. I think I said it was going to be an item shop. I want to put this over here. This over here. Maybe. Okay, that's just going to mess up my auto tiles. Let's go back to that and put in something fun. Like this window. Like there. There. You can be all centered, justified. And what I say, you're gonna be like an item store? You know, I know this is armor, but I totally saw it as like a little bunny for a second. Like the arms are like the ears and it has like all these. Okay, I'm done. This is gonna be the bar. I'm clearly too drunk for this, lol. Just kidding, I don't actually drink. Where should I... I've never seen that done before. Here you can be on, like, the top. Doesn't quite go with this one, but they do look different enough, so I guess it's okay. This house. This is dark and decrepit house. Let's, okay, I think That looks better. I thought that was the one I used for that, but I guess not. Actually, yeah, okay. We're gonna keep that on that house. Okay, you can just stick like that. It's an outer house, so it can have a different wall. Maybe... I don't know, I feel like there should be some... Oh, we should maybe do a sign. Hey, sign! Yay, old man lives here. Do not disturb, no soliciting. Get off my lawn. Yeah, that can go here. I want to do something else for over here. Not really sure what, because the, what is this? Is this more greeny stuff? I don't know. Plants, maybe? Stuff is so tiny! Let's do some of this. There we go. I'm like fighting with the magnifier here. I can actually barely see that. I also want to add in... I want to do that, but I also don't want to because it's still part of the town. If it were significant enough, I'd make it a different part of the map, like a separate map entirely. But I don't feel like I need to. What's this? That's cool. Let's see. This is just ominous blackness. Love it. Here, you can have some ominous blackness. Okay, you don't need any holes in your yard. I don't know what else to add here. Maybe some random pots. Totally. Okay, that would block it off. I don't know, maybe he's like the... I was gonna say pot guy, but that can be taken out of context. So maybe, I don't know, the alchemist guy and stuff. I don't know, he brews things. Just give him a scarecrow, he can scare you off. Okay, no, that looks kind of dumb. But I can probably dig the pots. They look fine, I think. Okay. This part still needs some work, but for up here... See, I don't like the shadow that doesn't go on that, and I can't really... I don't know, that looks weird to me. I know I said I was gonna put treasure up here, but I can do that kind of stuff. Actually, ideally, this would look best. Except no, I can't. It's just replacing that. I feel like my shadow should be higher here. I think I accidentally removed it when I was playing with that. Maybe like that? That look okay? I think that looks fine. Fills up the space anyway. Okay, let's see. You want some wood? Actually, there's gonna be a treasure box there. I don't know if I like all those. I can have like one. I kind of want to put some of these somewhere. I'm just not sure where would be the best place. Not there. That would block off the universe. Now let's go to the pots. Maybe you can search them and find items in them. These would only really make sense near a house. I was going to put more trees in, but it's kind of getting crowded as it is. Maybe I'll do another tree house. That would block off my path. You know, I was going to use the other trees, but I actually don't mind how this is looking, just without them. It looks kind of bare down here still. Let's see, best way to do that. Add in more rocks? That looks kind of fun. I feel like these would work either horizontal or vertical, so that's nice. I've mainly been using them just for vertical ones. This is a chimney, right? Actually, I noticed on the snow test map, these ones, the sample maps, that's the word, on the snow map, the map has all of the chimneys, but the map actually doesn't have them set up, the tile set doesn't have them set up to appear over top of everything, so you can't actually see them when you test out the map. I don't actually need them on here. But it's easy enough to fix in the tile set editor. I just thought it was funny that they released a sample map with a glitch on it. I don't know why that's like that, but we're gonna just have a random chimney on that house because it's so styling. What are these? These are like, wow, those are a lot bigger than I thought they were. I don't need those. This I also don't need. This is all just stuff. I don't really have a reason for random barrels to be lying around. Put one there, why not? Random barrel. I want to put more stuff down here though. I don't know what. This is pretty much what I'm limited to because this is all. Well, I guess I have some stuff up here, like green rocks. Does this have rocks? I have some stuff. Well, let's do these green rocks, because we're in a forest and rocks rock. Let's put it on this side, because yeah, I can still, well, no, that might be a little too crowded. I actually like the rock there better than the tree. I don't want too many rocks, because then it just looks a little too rocky. I don't know why I'm still working up here. I need to work, like, down here. I just feel like I'm getting too many rocks. That would annoy me so much, not being able to walk over to this corner. Oh well. That looks a bit better. I still don't like this, but I can't do much about that. Let's see, is there anything else I can add? I like these, but I don't know if, like, I can't really think of where I'd want to add them unless I do some sort of cool, fancy house stuff. Or have them be significant somehow. Hi, map. Thou cannot pass. I don't even. If I was using a town entirely made of them, like, that'd be one thing, but... Enter town? I don't know. Can I, throw a sign on that? Okay, that won't really work. Okay, I need to do a thing. This looks fun. Let's give him a magic sign. And ominous blackness. That doesn't make sense. I totally like them being, like, weird and off place like that, but I don't think that's how you're supposed to use them. I guess I could make the door, like, on this side, but I don't like that. So I guess we're doing that. You're a sad house. You don't have windows. Let's go with that. I do believe that the doors are, Hey, look at me! Crashed! Fun! When was the last time I saved? Hi, Photoshop. Nice to meet you again, Photoshop. You know, I'm not even running anything besides my recorder and my, audio recorder. Okay, when was the last time I saved? Please say it was recent. Before I added all the rocks. I think. I'm not sure what else I added. Well, let's give this another go. And freeze my computer by trying to open it. You know, my computer worked perfect till like a month ago. Then it wanted to break the universe. I blame Windows 10 entirely. Okay. I need to add in rocks again. rocks were on page this. Okay, let's try to remember where I had rocks. I swapped that out for a rock. I want to actually select this on purpose. I think I put a rock there, probably a rock there. That would block it off, so probably not there. That could stay. No. Okay, zoomed in a bit much. Also, we're spamming save now, even if it takes like an hour to save. Okay, that actually wasn't too bad. I think we put one over there. One of the joys of MB is it crashes sometimes. I'm not sure if the other RMs were quite as unstable when they were released. I have never actually used one upon its release until now. I was using XP for years, and VX Ace, I tried for a little bit, but I just couldn't get into it. I tried. I like MB when it works. I think that's where all my rocks were. Can't remember, but let's give it a go. Okay, I don't remember if I changed anything else. I gave you a sign, which was on this page. You were the weird, magic-y looking sign on that side. I decided you weren't going to have windows, and I think we're all caught up. Can't remember if I did anything else. Can I walk on that? I don't want to leave that there. I think we're good. Now, is there anything else I want to add after compulsively saving? This is, I think, bridge stuff. That doesn't really apply since my bridge can't really seal the bottom stuff on it. Unless I wanted to do like this, I suppose. But that doesn't look as nice. I think that's all I really want. I could add some more viney stuff over here, I suppose. But I don't really need to. I could do that. I actually want to switch that to that. Actually, I want to switch that to this. Provided I can, still, same thing. Walk up that too. I can't remember what all has, ladder tags. Okay, that doesn't. I can make it! But I'm not going to. You aren't going to let me undo that, are you? Oh, hey, you are! Good for you! I still feel this part's kind of empty, but it's probably fine. I'm gonna put a sign up. One of the not winter ones. I also kind of wish this was facing the opposite direction, but I can't really do much about that. I mean, it wouldn't really make sense to. And I want to put a sign right here? That looks kind of like random, but I guess that's okay. Okay. So we're gonna take a quick walk. I don't like that sign over here. You can be a pot. I don't know why. Okay. We're gonna start from over here because I assume that's where the player exists. We're actually also going to put in a door, not a transfer. We're gonna put in a door. Just a little default door into here. This doesn't actually make a whole lot of sense. But this is the map I have, so this is the one we're going with. Also, does this annoy anybody else? You go to set starting point, right? And if you're, I think, it's not doing it today. For whatever reason, this was loading like up here, So player was like up here, and like boat was like the one directly to the right. It's not doing that now, clearly that I'm trying to show it off on the internet. But this is really annoying. Anyway, it's clearly not doing that today, so let's transfer to map 2! Yeah, you can just retain, it's not an issue. Copy, paste. So let's take a little walk, and let's put in, stand indoors in all these locations. They aren't going to do anything, but they are going to exist. I also want to check something, because I think something is a certain way, so I need to know that. I have no sound effects. I deleted all of them to save file size. Since this is downloadable, I don't want it to, be massive. And I figure if any... Oh, I didn't click enter. I swear I did not click enter there. Oh, MV, you do such strange things. I'm gonna have to do that on this one too, aren't I? There we go. Okay. That was another thing I wanted to check. I need to make these black. I think they need to be square ones, because I'm pretty sure these doors are square. There we go. That way the behind the door part will be black as well. Yay! Because that way the player can walk onto blackness and they don't have to walk into, like, the event. Like, it is weird. I need to teleport higher than that, or put these on, like, down here. Anyway, let's take a look at our little town. I assume there's going to be some sort of treasure up there. Can't go into any of these other houses. The sign would probably say, "Welcome to the town! We're awesome! Buy our stuff!" Those trees. And over here, everything's fine. Over here, I'm gonna assume it's a treasure. This would say, "Here lies your doom. Beware." And up here, it would say, "Welcome to the town! You're awesome! I don't know, we're awesome, and the cats are awesome. There needs to be 100 cats in this town." Anyway, I think that's good. I'm just gonna add in some random treasure boxes, because why not? Treasure. We're gonna add in 10 gold. These are gonna be the most boringest treasure boxes ever. There and there, and normally I turn these all around, but this is just for an example, so we don't really need to. Actually, if I was to do a treasure box here, I would probably make it some sort of hidden item, because there's nothing over here, so it feels like you want to go over here, but there's like something hidden there. Okay. Now we're going to not show choices. We're going to middle, we're going to dim. Welcome to forest chat. Okay, that's way too lame. Let's think of something better. Super, if I learn how to spell, ultra mega foresty place. Spelt with an S for some reason. Let's not do that. Enjoy your stay. I need to also turn this on. Same as player. I think that's the only sign I need to do. And there's this one down here. Up is forest town with weird name. Down is forest of your doom. Beware. Looks good. Okay. Here lies your hopes and dreams. Cast resurrect. Not that you have it, but this is fun anyway. Also, I don't know if I spelled that right. Yeah. Nah. I don't think I have animation, so let's just make the player jump a bunch. Your hopes and dreams! Your hopes and dreams! Your hopes and dreams have been restored. Local switch. Sorry, self-switch. I didn't even hit that. I'm like nowhere near my keyboard. Okay, my computer's being weird. I had something for this, but I can't remember what it is, so we're just doing this. I also want to center, sorry, middle, dim. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay. I believe that's all. Now normally I'd put in some parallaxes for the water to make it look like it's more flowing. Basically, I'd change the opacity of the graphic of the water so I could scroll a parallax behind it using this. To make the water look like it's moving, but I'm not going to do that because that's a lot of extra graphical work, and I think it looks fine as is. I also, though, want to put in a sun graphic. That should be easy enough. I don't know where this is right now. Okay, I need one that's 816 by 624, which is the default MB screen size. And I'm just going to do a nice little gradient of that, maybe? Put it on add, see what happens. Actually have this selected on the right thing. No, you don't ever need to do this to make your maps look better or anything like that. I prefer doing that. Hi, characters. Goodbye, characters. Image, pictures, light overlay 1. Let's turn you into a PNG, or ping, if you like calling them that. Parallel event, show picture 1, light overlay. Let's put this on add. Actually, screen might be fun, but let's put it on add. Erase event so it doesn't continuously try to re-show it. Now to get rid of the picture, I've actually got this asked a lot. You can either put in a erase event, erased picture, and the number of the picture when you teleport. Alternatively, on your other map that you're teleporting, that's why I didn't have one. I forgot to copy it. I dirked. Anyway, or on the event on the map that you're transferring into, create another parallel event, erase picture 1, and erase event so it doesn't continuously try to erase the picture. Regarding erase event, you don't actually need to use it for stuff like this, but if you happen to have a lot of events on a map, it's better to have it so it doesn't run, so it doesn't need to lag your game, because the more parallel processy stuff that you have going, the more it's going to run down the speed. And this just pretty much says it doesn't need to run anymore until you reload the map. Anyway, I don't need to do both of those, but I did anyway. Let's see how that looks. I might need to change the opacity a bit. It's a little right. I also don't know how I feel with the what's it called? The what word? The trees, the dumb-looking trees. Let's put that at like 50 and see if I like it any better. I want some sort of light. Let's put that back on add. So much testing stuff. Okay, I like that. I'm actually going to change the screen tone as well. Two, screen tone is on this page. Maybe make it a little more red. I kind of want to keep it green. I probably should just do kind of like a dark sort of overlay instead of the light one I want to go with. Okay, there we go. It's some sort of sunset-y vibe, maybe. Can't really see the screen tone all that much now, though. Ideally, what I'd like to do is have a... Oh, you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but we're going to do this. I'm not sure the best way to do this. Okay, we are going to save this. This. We are also going to double the size because I'm pretty sure MV doesn't do that well. 200 to... Okay, I have those set to change automatically. Good. What I'm going to do instead is actually... Do I have a leaf brush? That would be easiest than trying to make them myself right now. I have a lot of brushes. Most of these are free. Some of them I actually have licensed to use. Because I liked them so much. I want... trees? I actually want leaves, but I know I have one, I just didn't see it. This one. This is the one I want. This is gonna lag so much when I'm recording. Apologies if the video starts skipping here. I find when I'm recording Photoshop, things tend to break a lot. Now bear with me. I need to blur these a little bit. Actually, I want more spaces than that. I want it to be more, random. And I also want these to be smaller. Now this is just for my little funsies. I like doing stuff like this. You definitely don't have to in any sense of the word. I feel like I have a better brush for this, but I don't know where or which one it is, and I don't really want to spend hours looking for it. I think I made this black. I'm gonna actually make this green. Not that you can really tell. Unless I do that. And I also want to see if I can make these dumb trees look better. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to select this via copy it, and best thing to do, I think, would be outer glow. Let's make this black. Let's change the size. Make this lower. Now, I don't know how well this is actually going to look, but I thought it might make it have more of a foresty vibe, maybe? A little bit? Blurring it would probably also give me the same sort of effect. I do want to make this... Actually, that's probably okay. And I do want to put this over top of that, though. Ideally, I would like to have that moving, but I don't think I can get away with that. Okay, I need to go back to MapCat, which I thought was just the most hilarious name ever, for some reason. Okay, this is probably map 2, and I need to put that under parallaxes, par 2. And I need to put that in here. For anyone interested, the overlay plugin I'm currently using is the orange one by Huddle. Hadel? Hoodle? I don't know. It's a cool name. These are the only 2 plugins I have in here right now. This one's just pretty much thrown in. Yeah, I don't need to change that. Anyway, so now this should show up with my overlay. Yeah, I like it. I could probably do without the orange. But I don't know. I like the orange. I probably wouldn't use it for a starting game, because I like starting... Well, I don't know. Ideally what I'd like to do is have these set as like a swaying fog, like the, I was going for like tree, leaves from a tree, like tall trees, like going down on the world. I'd like to have them swaying back and forth, but I don't think I can do that with this one. At least not easily. All my monies was found! Beware, forest of your doom! Anyway, I think that's all for our little forest map here. Again, you're welcome to use it in your own projects if you so choose. And yeah, thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun with this one. I haven't mapped in MV or anything besides parallaxing for a while, so it was a nice change of pace. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll get more of these up and get back to my regular tutorial videos. I'm actually in the process of moving right now, so it's kind of been hectic. Anyway, yes, thank you for watching. I should reset the color here, and I will see you next time, gamers. I knew that would happen. That's why I did it. Okay, enough being dumb. Bye!